Don't eat the cake. The words were so quiet. I almost missed them. I looked down. My son, Ayan Malik, stood beside me, gripping my hand tightly. His face was pale, eyes wide, not playful, not joking, afraid. Ayan, I whispered. What do you mean? He shook his head quickly. Just don't, he said again. My heart skipped, because this wasn't like him. Ayan was 11, curious, talkative, always asking questions. Not this. Not quiet. Not scared. I glanced toward the table. The cake sat in the center. Beautiful. Perfect. White frosting. Gold decorations. Everyone had been talking about it all evening. My sister, Hira Malik, had ordered it specially. Custom made, she kept saying proudly. Only the best. Guests gathered around it now. Laughing. Taking pictures. Waiting for the moment. Come on. My brother, Usman Malik, called out. Cake time. Cheers filled the room. Music lowered. Phones came out. Everyone moved closer. Except Ayan. He didn't move. Didn't smile. He just held my hand tighter. Mama, please, he whispered. Something cold settled in my chest. Because kids don't fake fear like that. Not this kind. What did you see? I asked quietly. He hesitated, then leaned closer. I saw Aunt Hira put something in it. My breath caught. What? He nodded quickly. When no one was looking, he added. She was near the kitchen. I looked at him carefully, searching his face, looking for doubt, confusion, anything. But there was none. Just fear. Real fear. Ayan, are you sure? I asked. He nodded again. Yes. I turned slowly toward the cake, toward my sister. She was laughing, talking, smiling like everything was normal, like nothing had happened. My mind started racing. Poison. No, that was too extreme. But something else? Something harmful? Or maybe a prank. But even then, why? And why would Ayan react like this? Make a wish, someone shouted. Everyone gathered around. My parents stood proudly near the table. Guests formed a circle, clapping, smiling, expecting celebration. Ayan stepped slightly behind me now, like he didn't want to be seen. Mama, please, he whispered again. I felt my pulse rising, faster, stronger, because something wasn't right, and ignoring it wasn't an option. Hey, Usman called. Why are you standing back there? Come join. All eyes started turning toward us. My sister noticed too. Her smile faltered for a second, then returned. Come on, she said sweetly. Don't be shy. Shy. Right. I took a step forward. Slowly. Carefully. Ayan's hand still in mine. My eyes locked on the cake. On the knife beside it. On my sister's face. Because now, I wasn't just attending a party. I was watching. Observing. Trying to understand something no one else seemed to notice. Let's cut it, my father said happily. The knife was handed over. My sister placed her hand on it. Ready. Excited. Perfect timing. Perfect moment. Everything felt too perfect. That's when I made a decision. Not out of panic. Not out of fear. But instinct. I stepped forward suddenly. Wait, I said. The room paused. Confused. What? My sister asked, slightly annoyed. I looked at her. Then at the cake. Then back at everyone. I think, I said slowly. We should do something first. Silence. Light. Uncertain. My brother frowned. What are you talking about? I smiled slightly. Calm. Controlled. Just a small thing, I said. But important. My sister's eyes narrowed slightly. Important how? I met her gaze. Steady. Unblinking. Because whatever Ayan saw was about to come out. Right here. In front of everyone. And something told me. This wasn't going to end like a normal party. The room stayed quiet. Everyone watching. Waiting. My sister forced a small smile. You're making this awkward, Hira Malik said. I didn't look away. I just want to be careful, I replied calmly. My brother, Usman Malik, scoffed. Careful about what? It's just cake. I nodded slightly. Then it won't be a problem if we check it first. A few guests exchanged glances. Confusion spreading. My father frowned. This is unnecessary, he said. Maybe, I replied. But I'd rather be unnecessary than wrong. That line shifted the room. People weren't laughing anymore. They were watching. Listening. My sister's grip on the knife tightened. What exactly are you implying? She asked. I took a slow breath. Then said it clearly. My son saw you put something in the cake. Silence. Complete. Heavy. Ian stepped closer behind me. Hiding. My sister's face changed instantly. Shock. Then anger. That's ridiculous, she snapped. He's a child. I nodded. Yes, I said. And children don't invent fear like that. My mother stepped forward. This is going too far, she said. Is it? I asked quietly. I turned to the guests. Let's make it simple, I continued. I picked up a small plate, cut a tiny piece from the edge of the cake, then placed it down. If there's nothing wrong, I said, someone else can try it first. No one moved. Not immediately. Because now, doubt had entered the room. Real doubt. My brother laughed nervously. Fine, I'll do it, he said. But as he stepped forward, my sister grabbed his arm. Wait. That one word froze everything. Everyone noticed. Everyone saw it. I looked at her. Slowly. Why? I asked. She didn't answer. Her silence said more than any words could. The room shifted. From confusion to suspicion. My father's voice dropped. Hira? She shook her head quickly. It's nothing, she said. But her hands were trembling. And that was enough. Because now, everyone knew. Something wasn't right. And whatever she had done was about to come out. Right here. In front of everyone. The silence was suffocating. All eyes were on Hira Malik. Her hand slowly slipped off my brother's arm. Too late. Everyone had seen it. My father stepped closer. Hira, what did you do? He asked, voice low. She shook her head. Nothing, she whispered. But her voice wasn't convincing. Not anymore. I looked at the cake, then back at her. Tell them, I said calmly. A long pause. Then, she broke. I just wanted to teach her a lesson, she said, tears forming. Gasps filled the room. My mother stepped back. What kind of lesson? She asked. Hira wiped her tears. I added something harmless, she said quickly. Just something that would make her sick for a while. Silence. Shock. Disbelief. My heart didn't race. It went still, because hearing it out loud made it real. You wanted to poison me? I asked quietly. No, she cried. Not poison, just embarrass you. I looked at her, and for the first time, I saw her clearly. Not as family, but as someone capable of hurting me. Deliberately. My father turned away. Ashamed. My mother couldn't speak. Guests started stepping back, whispering, leaving, because the celebration was over. I took Ian's hand, held it gently. Thank you, I whispered to him. He nodded, still scared. I looked at my family one last time. No anger, no shouting, just truth. This ends here, I said calmly. Then I turned and walked away, this time without looking back, because some lines, once crossed, end everything. Glowing star moral of the story. Never ignore small warnings. Sometimes the truth comes from the quietest voices. And trust, once broken with intention, is not easily rebuilt.